Picture this. Maria Valencia, a 35-year-old single mother working as a registered nurse in the Bronx, New York, walks into a credit union with hope in her heart. She's worked tirelessly, saved every penny to buy a house, a haven for her family. She's done everything right, yet she faces a stark, cold rejection when she tries to take out a loan. Why? An AI system using opaque criteria flags her as a high-risk borrower based off of her zip code. Now her dream, her right to a home, has been unjustly denied. This isn't just Maria's story. It's a disturbing reality for many. Today, we delve deep into how AI and finance is failing people like Maria every day. Oye, mira, my name is Christian Ortiz, and I am your host. This is Cape On, a tech activist podcast. If you enjoy this content or find it useful in any way, please be sure to follow this podcast. We've seen how AI, like in Maria's story, can perpetuate socio-economic biases. But why does this happen? Opaque criteria in AI systems refers to decision-making processes that are not transparent or easily understandable to users or those affected by the decisions. This lack of transparency can be due to complex algorithms, proprietary technologies, or deliberate choice to keep the decision-making criteria confidential. In contexts like finance, where AI is used for credit scoring or loan approvals, opaque criteria can lead to decisions that are difficult to scrutinize or challenge, potentially resulting in biases against certain groups, including people of color. A study conducted by researchers at UC Berkeley found stark disparities in mortgage lending based on race. The analysis, which controlled for 17 different factors, revealed that Latino applicants were 40% more likely to be denied loans than similar white applicants, while African American applicants were 80% more likely to be rejected. These findings indicate a systemic issue where people of color, despite having comparable qualifications on paper, face higher rejection rates. This pattern suggests that the criteria used in digital mortgage lending, which includes factors like income, assets, credit scores, current debt, and liabilities, might disadvantage people of color. The reliance on traditional credit scoring methods, which often overlook rent payment histories, a significant expense for many Black Americans, further exacerbates this issue. These criteria and the algorithms that apply them may intentionally or inadvertently perpetuate existing wealth gaps and racial disparities. Another aspect of this issue is the shift from human to algorithmic bias in mortgage lending. The transition to digital lending using machine learning algorithms was intended to eliminate human prejudice. However, these algorithms have often ended up perpetuating racial biases, as indicated by the higher interest rates charged to Black and Latino borrowers compared to white borrowers with similar credit scores. The Urban Institute's report on harnessing artificial intelligence for equity in mortgage finance highlights the dual nature of AI in the mortgage industry. While AI models could increase efficiency and potentially reduce racial disparities, the data used to train these models often perpetuates existing inequalities. This report underscores the importance of designing AI models intentionally, using pilot programs to measure consumer outcomes, and establishing clear federal guidelines for AI adoption and consumer protections. It also points to a technology gap, with smaller, mission-oriented lenders having lower adoption rates of AI compared to larger lenders, potentially reinforcing racial disparities in the mortgage market. In a recent discussion featured in MIT Technology Review, experts noted that overcoming biased systems requires a deep understanding of the complexities of housing discrimination and the commitment to anti-racist technologies and methodologies. They stressed the importance of educating data scientists on these issues and increasing diversity in the tech space. Additionally, regulatory agencies need to understand how to examine lending institutions' systems for bias. This approach involves building new systems that incorporate debiasing techniques from the outset. Now, it's time to get your cape on. The role of tech activists in advocating for transparency in AI systems is crucial in identifying and correcting biases. Activists who are currently unfamiliar with programming can push for AI systems that provide clear explanations for their decisions. This is known as explainable AI, XAI. For instance, in the case of loan applications, XAI would enable a user to understand why they were denied credit. This transparency is essential for uncovering any biases embedded in the system. Activists can lobby for regulations that require transparency in AI decision-making processes. An example would be advocating for laws similar to the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, which includes provisions for the right to explanation when automated decision-making is used. Educating the public about the potential biases in AI systems is another critical role. By raising awareness through campaigns, talks, and social media, tech activists can bring broader attention to the issue and pressure companies to adopt more transparent practices. Encouraging diversity in AI development teams is essential. Diverse teams are more likely to consider a wide range of perspectives and potential biases in their designs. Tech activists can advocate for and support initiatives that promote diversity in tech education and hiring. As a tech activist, you can collaborate with or form groups dedicated to auditing AI systems for biases. This involves examining the data sets used for training AI, the algorithms themselves, and the outcomes they produce. Offering or supporting workshops and courses that educate AI professionals about biases and how to avoid them is another effective strategy. This education could be extended to industries that heavily use AI, like finance and real estate, to raise awareness at levels of operation. By taking these steps, tech activists can play a significant role in ensuring AI systems are fair, transparent, and beneficial to all segments of society, especially those historically marginalized or discriminated against. That's going to do it for me today. Again, my name is Christian Ortiz, and I am your host for Cape On, the Tech Activist Podcast. If you would like to collaborate or contribute to the conversation, or simply just need a safe space to learn, welcome home. Until next time, Cape On.